Overlanding in the Southwest means spending a lot of time exposed to some harsh elements. Out here, towering pine trees and shaded campsites aren't something you can always count on. The desert can be just as unforgiving as it is beautiful, and having the right gear isn't just about comfort, it can completely change your experience at camp. That's why awnings have become one of the first upgrades many overlanders add to their rigs. They come in all shapes, sizes, and designs, each with their own strengths. I think I may have found a piece of gear that's going to make a real difference on future adventures. Today, I'm installing the OPENROAD 4-wheel drive Adventure Series 270-degree freestanding awning on my Bronco to find out if it can earn a permanent spot on my rig.
Welcome back to another Mod Monday episode. This is a newer series that I've started where I'm going to be testing, installing, and reviewing some of the modifications and accessories that I've put on my Bronco over the last couple years. And I do have to give a huge shout out and thank you to OPENROAD 4-wheel drive for sending me their Adventure Series 270-degree freestanding awning. That's quite a mouthful, but thank you for sending this to me to test and review. A 270-degree awning has been on the wish list for quite a while. I just haven't pulled the trigger quite yet on it. And mainly because I already have an awning for the Bronco. Well, sort of. My dad had purchased a standard awning with his Bronco Sport back in 2021, but didn't get much use out of it. So when I started off-roading and overlanding, I kind of have been borrowing it, and I've taken it from the Bronco Sport to my full-size Bronco. And I think today I may be replacing it with OPENROAD's new awning. Now, I am really excited to get my hands on this because I think overall, this is going to be quite an upgrade from what I've used before. So with that being said, why don't we head on over and take a look at what we're working with. All right, so for my first impression, I am just loving how fast you can open up this awning compared to the previous one that I've worked with. It really is as simple as unzipping it. And then you're gonna want to undo these 3 straps here. And then all the material is gonna kind of unfold. And then the last step, and you pretty much just walk it all the way around your vehicle. And then when you get to the other side over here, they provide this strap where you hook it onto the top of the awning here. There is a little mounting point. And then you take it, you find somewhere on your rack or your vehicle, and you tie it there, and then you pull it tight, and that's it. Your awning is set up. All right, so the freestandability of this thing is going to make a huge difference for me. You know, whether I'm out trying to just get a quick bite to eat on a trail run, or I'm actually just setting up camp for the night on an overland trip. You know, one thing about the gear that I've tried to put on my rig is always making sure that I have things that are easy and quick to set up. You know, I prefer to be out exploring on the trail and not messing around with my equipment. I don't necessarily like to stay in one place for too long, and I think this awning is going to be a huge win for me. And you know what? Speaking of speedy setups, installing this really didn't require a whole lot of time either. I did have to overcome some obstacles though when mounting it because of my current setup. So why don't we head back to the garage so I can show you guys how I got it mounted on my Bronco.
Before you start the installation, there is one important thing you'll want to figure out first: which side of your vehicle you want to mount the awning on. OPENROAD offers the 270-degree awning in both driver's side and passenger side configurations, and that determines which direction the awning swings out from your vehicle. So make sure you choose the correct side before you start installing the mounting brackets. Once you open up the box, you'll find the installation instructions, the awning itself, and the mounting brackets. Before we get started, go ahead and open up the canvas cover on the awning. Inside, you'll find 2 additional bags containing the rest of the mounting hardware and installation components. I'd recommend laying everything out before you start so you can get familiar with the hardware and make sure you have everything you need. First, we're going to get the 3 mounting brackets attached to the awning. Start by grabbing the T-slot bolts, sliding them into the tracks on the awning, and then installing the washers and nuts. For now, just leave everything loose, so we can adjust the brackets once we get the awning onto the rack. OPENROAD does offer a few different mounting solutions depending on the type of roof rack you're running, including options for cross rails, round tubes, and T-slot crossbars. For my Bronco, I'll be using their T-slot mounting hardware with my crossbars. Now this is where I knew I might have to get a little creative with my particular setup. My crossbars do have T-slots, but unlike some racks where those tracks run all the way toward the edge, mine sit lower and further inside the sides of the rack. That meant I didn't have quite enough clearance to get the awning positioned where I wanted it. So after test fitting everything, I ended up using some different length spacers to raise the mounting brackets and give the awning the clearance it needed. I also swapped out the provided T-slot bolts for some longer ones to accommodate the additional spacing. With those small adjustments, I was able to get the brackets raised to the proper height and position the awning so the outside edge of the mounting bracket lines up with the side of my rack. Now, one thing I noticed pretty quickly when I started mounting this is just how much heavier it is compared to my current awning. The OPENROAD awning comes in at about 50.7 pounds, while my previous awning weighs around 20 pounds. Because of that added weight, I knew getting it positioned on the rack by myself was going to be a bit of a challenge, so I brought in my dad to give me an extra set of hands. We clamped the awning in place, positioned the brackets exactly where we wanted them, and then tightened everything down before mounting the awning to the rack. Just keep in mind that these adjustments were specific to my particular roof rack setup. Depending on the rack you're running, you may be able to use the included hardware exactly as intended. With everything positioned where we wanted it, we're ready to get the awning mounted onto the Bronco, make our final adjustments, and get everything tightened down. Overall, the installation with the T-slots was very straightforward and easy. If it weren't for my particular roof rack setup, I'm sure I could have gotten this installed even quicker. But even with the added spacers and longer T-slot bolts, it didn't really add any difficulty to the installation. It was still a pretty simple and straightforward process. I didn't actually time the installation though, but I'd estimate you're looking at around 30 minutes or so to go from taking it out of the box to having it mounted on your rack, depending on your particular setup. Overall, the installation was pretty quick and painless, and now that we've got it mounted, it's time to see how everything performs out on the trail.
Now, one of the biggest advantages of going to a 270-degree awning is all of the usable space that it creates around the Bronco.
When fully deployed, the OPENROAD awning gives you about 95 square feet of coverage, with each side stretching roughly about 7.5 feet from the vehicle. That gives you a pretty substantial area to work with, whether you're setting up a couple chairs, cooking, organizing your gear, or just trying to get out of the sun. And despite all that coverage, it packs down to be about 85.8 inches long by 7.9 inches wide and 7.9 inches tall. So once it's mounted to the Bronco, it stays relatively slim and doesn't take up a ton of additional space.
And for reference, my previous awning only covers up to 42 square feet of space, so this is quite an upgrade. And one of the things that really stood out to me about the quality of the material is that OPENROAD uses their Eclipse shade technology.
Essentially, it's a high-density coating built into the awning fabric that's designed to block up to 99.99% of UV rays while helping reduce the heat and glare underneath the awning. It's also waterproof and dustproof, with a 1000mm waterproof rating, so it's designed to give you protection from more than just the sun.
At the end of the day, the goal is pretty simple. Block out the harsh sunlight, keep the area underneath cool and comfortable, and give you a little more protection from the elements when out on the trails.
Now, supporting all the canvas material is an aluminum alloy frame, which is a great material for an overland awning because it's lightweight while still providing the strength and rigidity you need when the awning is fully extended.
You're getting that added structural support without adding a ton of unnecessary weight to the Bronco, which of course is important when you're fully packed up for a long overland trip. So I've already made mention that I really like that this awning is freestanding, but that only seems to be important when you want a quick setup. Now, when the weather starts picking up. OPENROAD has included multiple tie-down points and 4 pull-down legs for added stability. All you gotta do is pull it down, unscrew the pole to extend, find your distance, and then screw it back to tighten it, and now you have some added support.
According to OPENROAD, the awning can handle up to around 10-mile-per-hour winds when freestanding. If the weather starts to pick up, you can deploy the 4 support legs and use the tie-down points, which increases the recommended wind resistance to around 25 miles per hour. So having that extra support is really important when you're dealing with stronger winds or rain. The last thing you want is for a gust to catch the awning just right and damage it or put unnecessary stress on your roof rack.
And one of the last things that I want to mention is probably the biggest upgrade with this awning is that there are 3 LED light bars built into the awning itself.
So what's so cool about this feature is that you have 3 different color options. You have amber, white, and a warm mix. And they're also dimmable, so you can adjust the lighting depending on what you're doing. Whether you're cooking dinner, getting things organized around camp, or just sitting back and enjoying the night, having the lighting built right into the awning is a huge convenience. It means that you don't have to worry about setting up separate lanterns or hanging additional lights around camp. And finally, one other feature I want to mention, although I don't have the kit here to show, is that the awning has zipper attachment points that allow you to add OPENROAD's optional sidewalls. Adding the walls gives you even more protection from the elements, helping block out the sun, wind, and rain, while also creating a more enclosed and private space around your campsite. So if you're looking for even more shelter, the ability to add the sidewalls gives you another level of versatility without having to change out the awning itself.
Well, and that just about does it. So all we really have to do, go ahead and take your strap off. Then you go and walk the awning all the way back. This up. Now, I'm gonna take this and put it in my pocket real quick. That's the strap. Now you have this kind of triangle here. What you're gonna wanna do, fold all the material right back into itself, and then take this strap, tighten this all the way down there. Repeat the process with all 3. There we go. All the material is nice and tight up here, and this extra little storage bag can just kind of tuck up in there. And the last thing that you're gonna wanna do is get your canvas, get your cover here. Just gotta make sure all the material's packed up nice and tight. Stay clear of the zipper, and you can run that sucker all the way to the end. All right, so to wrap up this video, I do have to say that I'm taking a little break from off-roading and overlanding right now, and that is because it is so dang hot here in Arizona. I mean, it is anywhere from 108 degrees all the way north of 117 degrees at the peak of summer right now. So I'm going to wait until the cooler weather shows up and the heat passes. But with that being said, I am so excited to get back out and try this awning on longer trips. I do think that this is going to be quite a game changer from the current setup that I have right now. And I think all of the features that I went over will just make each trip so much more smoother and enjoyable with this awning. Now, with that being said, I don't really think I have any updates or changes I'd want them to make to future models. I think this thing's pretty solid, you know, how it is right now. And I think any problems that I had with my install is more reflective of the rack than the product itself. I guess the only thing that would be nice maybe to have a little check mark on their website when you go to purchase is not necessarily an alteration to the product, but maybe if you guys could offer those spacers or different size spacers and longer T-slot bolts like I had to do, where I went and bought those so I could pull it up off the rack a little bit so I could slide it over. You know, if your rack has your crossbars go into the side rails, then, you know, you're gonna have to figure out something like I did. So maybe if you guys offered those spacers and T-slots, it could be just simpler, but like I said, this is more reflective on the rack than the product itself. I think the two different types of mounting and everything else will work just fine for a lot of racks out there on the market right now. Overall, I am very impressed with the OPENROAD Adventure Series 270-degree freestanding awning. You know, I think this is gonna be a piece of gear that will make every overland trip, every adventure, that much easier and more enjoyable. But I'm curious though, would you guys put a 270-degree awning on your rig? Or if you already have one, how do you like it? Would you keep it? Would you change it for something else? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're interested in purchasing one for yourself, go use my affiliate link and creator code that's in the description down below. So with that being said, that does wrap up my second Mod Monday episode. So if you enjoyed this video, go hit the like button. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe and hit that bell notification, because I do have part 2 of my next Overland adventure film coming out shortly. So you're not going to want to miss it. And as I always say, every mile's a memory. Stay safe, stay wild, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay, you're good. Keep moving forward. Driver, 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 driver. Get out. Yeah. This strip is a comedy errors right now. We ain't staying here.